everybody, and welcome to the national rounds of IQL, the Indiannica Quiz League. 2 semi-finals and 1 grand final with the topmost middle school quiz teams from all over the country, all vying for the title of being national champions of IQL this year. What a journey it's been, from Alpha to Omega. Those, of course, are the first and last letters of the Greek alphabet, but the expression from Alpha to Omega means many things. For one, it has a biblical meaning that God is all. But in the sphere of knowledge, it means the full span of knowledge. And what better expression to describe what general knowledge is all about? All-embracing. We've taken those alphabets and terms and tagged them on to progressive stages of this IQL contest. First, you have the Alpha Daily Quiz on the IQL app, followed by the Beta and Gamma rounds, which were played concurrently by people from all over the country, followed by the Delta Zonal rounds. First, there was a screener, followed by the rounds which have been telecast, which is the Zonal Semi-Finals and the Zonal Finals. Well, we found the 4 zonal champions, and we found all the teams who have qualified for the next round, which is this, the first of the Omega rounds, a national semi-final. We started with 25,000 people who had registered for IQL on the Alpha quiz, and now we are down to the dynamic dozen. 12 teams. In which one of these Omega rounds we'll have 6 teams, of which 3 will make it through to the national final. Which 3 teams are they going to be? Let's meet the first of our Omega semi-finalists. We have Delhi Public School Bhopal, represented by Prakamya Sid Balot and Dhairya Garg. Hi guys, you're both decked out in camouflage gear. Is that a coincidence or something you planned?
Coincidence.
That's a coincidence. That's strange, but that's not your school uniform, is it?
No, it isn't.
It's not a school uniform.
What is your school uniform?
In summers,
White
it's
shirt.
white shirt and white pants.
And in winter, the white pant changes to grayish black pant.
And we have tie also in winter.
Tie also
With
in the winter.
sweater.
Okay, only a tie to keep you warm. You don't have
No, with
blazers.
the sweater.
No, sweaters and
With
jackets
sweater
we
and
have.
blazer.
And what
and
color is
blazer.
those?
No, sweater and blazers are also there.
Yeah, what color was my question?
Bottle
Sweaters and
green.
blazers are
Bottle green, and those are the DPS colors as far as I know all over the country. That's what I know of from the original DPS at Mathura Road. Everybody green was the color, so those are your colors. There's perhaps a bit of that in your outfit. So now I suspect it's ambush signal. You're going to ambush the other teams. You did end up West Zone champions because Madhya Pradesh was taken as part of the West Zone for the purposes of this contest. So best of luck to you, Prakamya, as well as you, Dhairya. Do well in this contest. And the next team is from Hubli in Karnataka, is Chinmay Vidyalaya, and we have Sanchita and Shioshi from there. Sanchita, Shioshi, you're both wearing pink. Is that part of a plan?
No, sir. No,
It's not part of a plan. Another coincidence. Those boys from Bhopal are wearing camouflage gear and you're wearing pink. What is your school uniform, Sanchita?
School uniforms are grey and light blue.
Oh, so this is quite a move away from grey and light blue. And Sanchita, I believe you're into badminton. Do you have a favorite badminton player?
Yes, sir. Saina Nehwal.
Okay, Saina, quite a player. And boy, I hope you do a Saina in this particular round for your team, Chinmay Vidyalaya. Let's move across to Shioshi, who enjoys music and reading biographies. Which is the favorite biography you've read?
Sir, Rabindranath Tagore.
You read a book on Rabindranath Tagore written by somebody else about his, and quite a life he had. Didn't go into formal schooling, but he was a polymath and a Renaissance person, knew so many things. Shioshi, Sanchita, best of luck for your particular round. From Hubli in Karnataka, let's move to the west and to Udaipur, where we have St. Anthony's School, represented by Priyansh over there, and Arham, Priyansh Jain and Arham Jain. Any relations by any chance, or just, again, a coincidence?
We are friends, and that's
Your friends, Priyansh, Arham. Priyansh is into watching superhero movies.
Yes.
Who is the hero you really would like to be?
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Why Iron Man?
Because he used his technologies to bring peace to the world.
Okay, a lot of superheroes try to do that. Whatever their, sort of special achievement, whatever their special power that they had, whatever superpower they had, they use that to use peace. And you want to bring peace to everybody and be an Iron Man. Good to have you with us, Priyansh. Move across to Arham, who's into cricket and football. Interested in the field of architecture. In your view, which is your favorite work of architecture? Which is your favorite building?
Taj Mahal.
Which one? Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal. Yes, sir.
Bapre Bap. For that, you need to have a Mumtaz Mahal, to build the Taj Mahal too. If you want to build in your dreams, in your imagination, what will be the kind of building you'd make?
Sir, a building like Burj Khalifa.
Building like Burj Khalifa, a needle in the sky, just reaching up over there. Yes, a beautifully architected building. Arham, Priyansh, best of luck for St. Anthony's, Udaipur. We'll move across now to the next team, to the east of the country, to Bhagalpur, as a matter of fact, to Mount Assisi over there.
Hello, sir.
Both of you are wearing warm clothes, unlike the boys in Udaipur. So, is it cool? Is it hot? What is it?
It's
not very cool. The temperature doesn't go beyond 70 degrees Celsius. But still, it's cold enough
to wear jackets. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's not very far from the Ganga, because the Ganga broadly flows through Bhagalpur, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It flows through Bhagalpur and it divides Bhagalpur into two.
Two.
Right, and which side of the river are you? South,
West bank.
north, east, or west? To the west.
West Bengal.
To the west.
Yeah.
You're both to the west of the language, and of course, but you're from the east of the country. You did well in your East Zone finals. Best of luck to both of you
Thank
for
you, sir.
this particular Omega round. Let's
Thank you,
move
sir.
across now back to the south, this time to Bengaluru. And we have Presidency School, Presidency, Deepak Naik, Vedant Shinde. Greetings to both of you. I believe there are a number of Presidency schools in Bengaluru. Which branch are you from?
We are from Presidency School, Artinagar.
RT Nagar, RT standing for?
Rabindranath Tagore.
Oh, so Rabindranath Tagore, for the second time we hear his name in this particular round. Deepak, you're into maths. My God. So do you know what your total was in the last round? Do you remember? You have a maths memory?
Sir, I think it was 95.
95. You can do better than that, and I'm sure you're going to do better than this particular round. Vedant, you're into exploring new places. What is the next place you'd like to explore on your travels?
The next place I would like to explore would be towards all the passes which are at the Himalayan ranges. So, like the
Any particular
Nathula
one
Pass.
that you'd like to pick out?
I think I'd like to visit the Nathula Pass because people say that it's supposed to be have a wonderful scenery out there. So, yeah.
And Sikkim is an interesting place to visit too. So Vedant, Deepak, here's to further travels and explorations and achievements in this Omega round. We'll move across next to DPS International, New Delhi. Number of Delhi public schools in Delhi. DPS International, I believe, is in South Delhi, in Saket. Welcome, Advik Bhatt and Kritika Karol. To both of you, what marks your school out from the other DPSs in Delhi?
So it's the difference in the board. The other schools are CBSE and our school is IDCSE.
Okay, so that's the difference. And you enjoy doing your course, Advik?
Yes, sir.
Advik, your hero is Ronaldo, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Kritika, interestingly, I believe you enjoy doing the hula.
Yes, hula hoop.
And how long can you keep going on the hula?
So it depends on different body parts. Like I can't do for a long time on my waist, but I can do it on my foot, on my hand, on the elbow, on the neck.
For
So
how
it
long?
depends on the body part.
Roughly for how long?
4 minutes, 5 minutes.
4 minutes, 5 minutes, that's a lot. But in any case, now you have to do all sorts of hula tricks to get through to the national final. So those are our 6 teams from all over the country. We have the north, the south, the east, the west, and they will be trying to be among the topmost 3 teams who will qualify for the national finals. And of course, they'll try and win this round because the top 3 places are in contention. So there we have it, 6 teams from all over the country. Bhopal, Hubli, Udaipur, Bhagalpur, Bengaluru, New Delhi, every direction of the cardinal points of the compass represented over here, and they're all looking bright and smiling and ready to go. I want you all to do very well. Best of luck. Let's quiz, starting with the first of our rounds, ladder list. Each team will be assigned a subject with a finite number of possible answers. Teams must list out any 8 names or items related to the subject in 45 seconds. 5 points for every correct answer, and there's no negative marking. There are 10 bonus points for all correct answers. So the first team to try and build a ladder of a list happens to be the team from Bhopal. It's a rapid fire round, boy. Delhi Public School, Bhopal. You have to try and get 8 in within 45 seconds. Your subject is this. Modes of dismissal in the game of cricket. Both of you play cricket?
Yes, sir.
And you're familiar with ways of getting out?
Yes, sir.
Good. Your 45 seconds will start your time now.
Bowled out.
Bold. Let's put in bold.
Run out.
Run out.
Timed out.
Timed out. Correct?
Golden duck.
There's no such thing as golden duck, you said. There's no such thing. 5 more ways of getting out. Come on. It's pretty simple.
Foul.
Sorry?
Foul.
What?
Foul.
Foul. Foul.
There's no such foul in cricket.
Dismissed.
Come on.
Dismissed.
Dismissed in what way?
LBW.
I'll accept that. LBW, just in the nick of times. Boys, how could you miss the obvious ones? Caught is one of them. Stumped is another one of them. Obstructing the field. Retired hurt. And there are 10 ways now of getting out, and I'm surprised that you didn't get it. Hit the ball twice. Retired is different from retired hurt. And handling the ball was formerly one of the methods, but now it's been integrated as obstructing the field. But you missed some obvious ones, caught and stumped being 2 of them. And you were saying foul and other things. Bhopal, I think you got out, being out of the crease. So bad luck, but I believe you got 4. That's something. So you've picked up 20 points as a starter. Those were your 20 points in this particular round. Let's move on to the next team. Okay, and the next team is Chinmay Vidyalaya from Hubli. The Karnataka team has this subject. Female chief ministers in India. And we are talking about chief ministers right from independence to now in different states or union territories from all over the country. Okay? You're somewhat familiar with the subject, Sanchita, Shreyoshi?
Yes, sir.
You think you'll be able to put down 8 names, because then you'll get a bonus, but try and pick up as many points as you can. If you're ready, name at least 8 female chief ministers in India. Your time starts now.
Mamta Banerjee.
Mamta Banerjee.
Jayalalitha.
Jayalalitha. Correct.
Margaret Alva.
Margaret Alva hasn't been chief minister.
Sucheta Kripalani.
Sucheta Kripalani was the first 3. Correct. Absolutely right. Think union territories. Think west of the country. Think absolute north. Keep going, ladies.
Mehbooba Mufti.
Mehbooba Mufti in Jammu and Kashmir. Correct. 4 in. 5 seconds left. Keep going. You can inform Mamta Banerjee in West Bengal, J. Jayalalitha in Tamil Nadu, of course. Sucheta Kripalani was the first woman chief minister in India, in Uttar Pradesh. Mehbooba Mufti in J&K. These are the other chief ministers. There are a number of them. Let's see the entire list. Here it is. You can see them all. Nandini Satpathy was chief minister in Odisha. Shashikala Kakut Karai Best was in Goa. Anuara Taimur in Assam, VN Janki Ramchandran just before in Tamil Nadu. Then you have Mayawati in Uttar Pradesh, missed that one, a big one. You have Rajinder Kaur Bhattal, who was in Punjab, Rabri Devi was in Bihar, Sushma Swaraj in Delhi, as was Sheila Dikshit for 3 terms, Uma Bharti briefly in Madhya Pradesh, Vasundhara Raje just did full terms in Rajasthan, and Anandiben Patel in Gujarat. So there was a lot of names there to get. You got 4, you got 20 points. So the challenge becomes a little tougher in the Omega rounds, but try and use your head and please consult amongst each other. Okay, that's 2 teams down on the ladder list. And the next team to take on the ladder list is the team from St. Anthony's, Udaipur. This is the subject. Take a look. South American countries. Now, if you know your global geography, boys, you have to name 8 countries, just 8 of the number of countries which are in South America to get full points, including a bonus. Now, if you're ready, you have 45 seconds to take on your rapid fire round, starting now. Take it away. Priyansh, Arun.
Brazil.
Brazil is correct.
Argentina.
Argentina. Priyansh, what did you say?
Peru.
Peru is also correct. That is right. You've got 3 in. Take your time. Get me the other answers. Any other countries? Come on, boys. South American countries. Think about it. North, south, east, west. You have 18 seconds left.
Colombia.
Colombia is correct. That is correct. Think. What others could there be? You have only 8 seconds. Under the pressure of the time, you've locked. So you picked up 4 and you get 20 points. You're all running level at this point of time. You've picked up 20 points for getting 4, Brazil, Argentina, Peru, Colombia. But here are the rest of the South American countries, which you can take a look at. The full list, and you have Venezuela, you have Chile, you have Ecuador, Bolivia, Paraguay, Uruguay, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guyana. So if you'd got at least 4 of the others, you would have got full points. Now, 20 points. All the first 3 teams have got 20. Let's see if the other 3 teams are going to do better. And the next team to take on our ladder list subject is from Bhagalpur in Bihar. That's Mount Assisi. Mount Assisi, boys, this is your rapid fire subject coming up on the screen. Chetan Bhagat books. Are you familiar with these books, Aditya, Arush?
Yes, sir. We can name at least 4. I think so.
At least 4. Try and do better than that. Okay.
Yeah.
All the best to both of you. Name at least 8 Chetan Bhagat books. We'll start your time now.
5 points of 1.
5 points, someone, correct?
3 assets of my life.
3 mistakes of your life, I'll accept that.
1 night at the call center.
1 night at the call center, very good. That is correct.
Half girlfriend.
Half girlfriend, yes, that is also correct. That's 4.
What? 2 states.
2 states. 2 states. You've got in the 5th. Very good. And you've got 10 seconds left on the board.
5 points of 1, 4, 2, 3. Another name. What?
You know, Aditya, Arush, both of you are in the same room, unlike all of the other teams who are in different places. But I wish you had consulted Arush. Instead of telling me the answers, you were leaning across and telling Aditya. So you may have missed one, and I think you may have got close to one, but here are the other Chetan Bhagat books. So you're leading at this point of time, St. Assisi, Bhagalpur. That's 4 teams down, 2 more teams to go. Let's move on to the 5th teams and to the team from Bengaluru. And that is Presidency School from RT Nagar, Bengaluru. Your subject is this. Current Indian Super League teams. Okay. Are you familiar with the subject?
Yes, sir.
Follow Super League? Well, if you name 8, you've got a bonus. Otherwise, name as many as you can. At least 8 is the target to go for. You got 45 seconds. We start your time now.
Bengaluru FC.
Bengaluru FC is correct.
ATK Mohan Bagan.
ATK Mohan Bagan is also correct.
Sir, East Bengal.
I'll accept that. East Bengal is correct. SC
And
is
then Chennai NFC,
Chennai, correct? Chennai NFC.
Delhi Dynamos,
Delhi Dynamos. There's no Delhi Dynamos in ISL. Think where else the teams could come from. Come on, boys.
Mumbai. What's the team from Mumbai? Mumbai FC.
City FC.
Mumbai City FC is correct. Okay. 9 more seconds. Try and get in some more.
Delhi, you said something from Delhi, right? Deepak?
Yeah, but Delhi Dynamos was there last season. I don't know about this season.
Not this season. This year we do not have Delhi Dynamos. So you got in 5. So you're level with team 4, which is team from Assisi presidency. You've got in 5. They're all correct. But here are the other teams. Okay, you missed some obvious ones. I think the timer undoes you. There's FC Goa. There's Hyderabad FC. There's Jamshedpur FC. There's Kerala Blasters, your neighboring state. Northeast United FC. That's John Abram is one of the owners, and Odisha FC. So those are the teams. If you'd got some of those, you would have got full points, but you've gotten 5. That's 25. That's some going. Let's move on to the last team. And that team is from the capital city, TPS International, New Delhi, Advik and Kritika. Advik, Kritika, I'd like to see both your hands right up like this in a namaste fashion, as it were, and I'm going to give you your subject. This is your Super League. I beg your pardon. This is your analyst subject. Film starring Ishan Singh Rajput. Are you familiar with his films? Advik, Kritika?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Advik, तुमने कभी सुना है? He's top of the mind these days in the news. So, okay, you have 45 seconds, Advik, Kritika, to name at least 8 Sushant Singh Rajput films. We'll start your time now.
MS Dhoni, The Untold Story, Rabta, Dil Bechara.
Go again, go again.
Rabta.
Yes, Rabta is correct.
Dil Bechara.
Yes, Dil Bechara is correct.
Kai Chepo.
Kai Chepo?
No, something like that. Oh no, I forgot the name.
I'll accept that. Sky Poche. I'll accept
Sky
that.
Poche.
Okay, look up at me, both of you. Put your hands up and answer questions to me. Look up at me.
Sushant Singh Rajput.
Yeah, think. What are the...
Something like this was.
No, nothing to do with Ish. Okay. No, I'm afraid not. Okay, so 4 and 5 is as far as teams are getting. My God, the Omega nerves are getting to everybody. Here are the rest of the Sushant Singh Rajput films, and I'm sure you've heard of at least some of them. Suddeshi Romance, which was his second film, and then we had PK, where he had a role with Amir Khan. Then he had Byomkesh Bakshi, which was one of his biggest films, as was Kedarnath and Sonchiriya and Chichore, which was the one before Dil Bechara, which was released. And then, of course, there was Drive just before that. So those are the films. So if you've got at least 8 of them, you would have got bonus points, but you got 4, you got 20 points, TPS International. Let's see the scoreboard at this stage at the end of the ladder list round. There we are, all teams bunched up pretty much together, but 2 teams in the lead. Mount Assisi Bhagalpur and Presidency School Bengaluru both are at 25, the rest of them at 20 points apiece. So those are the points you have to play with as we move on to the rest of our 3 rounds and on to the buzzer, which has negative points, but you have 25 and 20 points respectively to play with. We'll get on to our next round, which is direct fire. In the direct fire, teams will face 12 questions in all, in turn, of course. There are 2 cycles of questions. Each team gets a total of 2 assigned questions. Other teams can buzz at any point, but the question passes only if the assigned team misses it. A question may pass up to 5 times on the buzzer till a correct answer is given. If no team answers, 4 choices will appear for all to buzz. This 2 can pass once more. 10 seconds for a direct question with 10 points for every correct answer when it's first assigned. Once on the buzzer, teams must answer instantly when assigned, with 5 points for a correct answer and -5 for a wrong one. Okay, we'll begin with team 1, and that happens to be the team from Bhopal. Boys, Prakamya, Theria, 10 points if you get this right. Here is your question. Name the 15-year-old inventor and scientist who became the first Kid of the Year on the Time magazine cover that appeared very recently. 10 seconds. Yes, I do have a team from the buzzer. Is St. Francis School, Udaipur?
Greta Thunberg.
Greta Thunberg is incorrect. You lose 5 points. It's not Greta Thunberg. Anybody else on the buzzer? Chinmay Vidyalay, do you have an answer?
Sir, Gitanjali Rao.
Gitanjali Rao is correct. And that's a great flying start. 5 points to you. She was recognized for the under 30 by Forbes magazine for her innovations. And very much in the news, and that just appeared. So we'll move on to the second question, and that is coming back to Chinmay School, Hubli. This is your direct question coming up on the screen. Named after 2 rivers, which is the fastest supersonic cruise missile in the world? Somebody's gone for the button. Chinmay, you should be able to get this. The name is a portmanteau of 2 rivers. You've missed that. Somebody's gone for it in the buzzer, and that happens to be St. Udaipur.
Brahmos.
Brahmos, of course, is a portmanteau word derived from the Brahmaputra and Moskova rivers, and that acknowledges the Russian association with the missile, which is a multi-platform one, which can be launched from submarine, as well as from ships and from air and from earth. So that's the correct answer. St. Anthony's School, Udaipur. Good one to get. 5 points for that. We'll also move on to the next team, and that team happens to be St. Anthony's Udaipur. A chance to get 10 more points to add to your score. This is your direct fire question. Other than 2018, in which sport have the Indian men and women's team won all the Asian Games gold medals?
Cricket.
Sorry?
Cricket.
Cricket is not correct. Has anybody gone for it on the buzzer? Somebody should be able to figure it out. Yes, there's a team which has gone for it on the buzzer. It's Presidency School, Bangalore. Vedant? Deepak?
The answer is Kabaddi.
The answer is Kabaddi. Deepak went for it on the buzzer, and of course, that is the correct answer. So, Kabaddi is the correct one, and you get 5 points for getting that right. As a matter of fact, the Indian men's team, it was introduced for the first time formally at Beijing, okay, in 1990, and subsequently, the men's team won all of them till 2018, and the women's team won the last 2 except in 2018. Okay, so we'll move on to the next team. And the next team happens to be Mount Assisi, Bhagalpur. Aditya, Arun, if you're ready, here is your direct fire question coming up on your screen. Which is the largest internal gland in the human body? Somebody's gone for the buzzer, but you have 10 seconds. The largest...
Liver.
Liver. Yes, that's right, Aditya, Arush. Both of you echoed that. Of course, it's easier to echo because both of you are together in that. The liver is the correct answer. You get 10 full points. It's an essential gland in the human body for digesting food, ridding your body of toxic substances. So, 10 points. You've scored highest in direct fire so far. Mount Assisi, Bhagalpur. We'll move on now to Presidency, Bengaluru. Deepak, Vedant, everybody else, ready on your buzzers. First of all, this is your direct questions, Presidency. Which multiple Oscar-winning film based on Yann Martel has a tiger named Richard Parker and an orangutan named Orange Juice?
Life of Pi, right, Deepak?
Life of Pi. Yeah, Life of
Life
Pi.
of Pi.
Life of Pi.
Venture Deepak endorses. Life of Pi is indeed the correct answer. That's right. It's about Piscine Pai Patel, who's in the middle of the ocean on a boat with a Royal Bengal tiger. Okay, so there you are. And of course, that role was played by Suraj Sharma, who's pretty much a Delhi boy. That's over. That question was answered. Somebody had gone for it in the buzzer, but that's now something that we've passed. We'll move on to the next team. DBS International New Delhi. You last two teams have got full points on their questions. I hope you do as well. Best of luck. This is your direct fire question. Which chemical element was discovered in 1868 by the French astronomer Pierre Janssen in Guntur in Andhra Pradesh during a solar eclipse? 10 seconds. You have to name the chemical element. Think. No? Anybody on the buzzer? I find it's Deepak Naik from Presidency Bengaluru. Do you have an answer?
So helium.
Helium.
Yes, sir.
That is a fantastic one to get, but that is the correct answer. Absolutely right. It was while watching a solar eclipse from Guntur in what was then Madras Presidency that the French scientist Pierre Janssen noticed a yellow flare, as it were, a yellow line, and then later in a chromoscope in a laboratory when he returned home, he was able to identify it as helium, the gas. So that is the correct answer. Deepak, fantastic. You pick up 5 bonus points for getting that right. And we are done with one round of direct fire. We've had all the questions eventually being answered, but not necessarily by the teams to whom they were assigned. Now we move on to the visual round of direct fire, and we'll start once again with you, DPS International New Delhi, because we move anti-clockwise now. Kritika, Adi, if you're ready, here's your question.
41.
This 41 meter stone of the Tamil poet and philosopher Thiruvalluvar can be found off the coast at which place? Take a good look at the picture. Expand it, please. You have 10 seconds starting now. Where in India will you find this giant statue? Dhairya from Delhi Public School, Bhopal. You buzzed. Dhairya, what's your answer?
The state is Tamil Nadu.
I'm not talking about the state. I'm talking about the place.
Rameshwaram.
I cannot accept that. I cannot accept that. Yes, is Deepak Naik from Presidency. What's your answer?
Sir, Kanyakumari.
Kanyakumari is the correct answer. Absolutely right. This is right. Very close to the Vivekananda statue at the Vivekananda Rock Temple. Close to that, as a matter of fact. Just off Kanyakumari. And so you pick up 5 points for getting that right. Thiruvalluvar, of course, is best known as the author of Tirukkural, which is a Tamil classic. So we'll move on now to the next question. Comes direct to Presidency School, Bengaluru. Deepak, Vedant, this is your question. Shown here, what is this aerobatics demonstration team of the Indian Air Force called? What's the name given to this aerobatics team?
The Surya Kiran.
Deepak, you said Surya Kiran?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely right. 10 points. Doing very well. You get full points for that. That is the correct answer. Formed in 1996. And so you earned 10 points for Presidency School, RT Nagar, Bengaluru, for getting that right. Deepak, you're having a good run in this round. Vedant too, you've done well. We move on to the next team, and that team happens to be the team from Bhagalpur. Mount Assisi, Aditya, Arush, try and get 10 points on this one. Here's your question. Identify this animal that has dark circles around their eyes, which act like sunglasses effectively. Identify this animal. 10 seconds.
Lemur.
Sorry?
Lemur.
No, that is not the correct answer. It's not a lemur. The question passes. Dhairya's gone for it on the buzzer. Yes, Dhairya. What is your answer?
Meerkat.
Meerkat is the correct answer. Indeed, it is the meerkat. Meerkat, I beg your pardon. Yes, and over there, those black circles, deep dark circles, kind of cuts the glare. And so you pick up 5 points for getting that right. Well done indeed. We move on to the next question in this round, and that goes to the team from Udaipur. St. Anthony's, Udaipur, this is your question. Identify this politician who's the Chancellor of the Exchequer in the current United Kingdom government. Who is this person? Very high cabinet position in the UK government at this point of time. Somebody's gone through it on the buzzer already, and that is Shreyoshi. What is your answer?
It's Rishi Sunak.
Rishi Sunak is the correct answer. He is the British Chancellor of the Exchequer, which is effectively the second most important cabinet position in the United Kingdom. That is correct. And he's not only of Indian origin, he also happens to be the son-in-law of Narayana Murthy and Shobha Murthy of Infosys. You get 5 points for your Chinmay Vidyalaya team for that, Shoshi. Well done. We also come to the next question, which is direct to you. And here is your question coming up on the screen. Which Asian flag features the Angkor? And we've had Dharya already going for it on the buzzer.
It's,
yes?
It's Cambodia.
Cambodia is the correct answer. 10 points to Chinmay, and for which she picked up those points. That is the correct answer. Very good going indeed. That is the image of the Angkor Wat, which is the temple originally built dedicated to Vishnu, but very soon became a Buddhist complex. And so that's in Cambodia, and that happens to be the symbol on the Cambodian flag. Last question in the direct fire round, and that goes to DPS in Bhopal. Here is your question. Identify this institution that has the motto, Yato Dharmastato Jayaha, meaning where there is righteousness, there is victory. And somebody's gone for it on the buzzer. That's Aditya.
Supreme Court of India? Is it the Supreme Court of India?
It is the Supreme Court of India, Prakamya. Very good going. 10 points to you for getting that right. That is the correct answer. You see it all the time on television, in newspapers and magazines. And perhaps if you've been to Delhi, you've seen it yourself. So you pick up 10 points for that. My God, that was an action-packed direct fire round. We had lots happening in that round, at the end of which this is how the scores read. DPS International is at 20, tied in that spot at 5th and 6th place, with St. Anthony's Udaipur. In 4th place is Delhi Public School Bhopal with 30. But in the top 3 positions at this point is Mount SSC Bhagalpur with 34. In 2nd place is Chinmay Vidyalaya Hubli with 40. But with a 20-point lead, which is sizable, is Presidency School RT Nagar Bengaluru. Well done, boys, but 2 more rounds to go and lots to play for. Because in the next round, teams could get up to 40 points. Okay? So that round is the Super Sixer round coming up. In Super Sixers, as you would have known from the rounds you've already played, you have to pick 6 correct answers from the 9 tiles displayed for you. You have 45 seconds to do that. Choices can be changed within the allotted time. You get 5 points for every correct answer. But even 1 incorrect answer will take you down to 0. You can stop at any point, remember. 10 bonus points if you answer all 6 correctly. So effectively, you can get 40 points in this round. That scoreboard could turn topsy-turvy, right? We'll begin this time in the anti-clockwise direction once again with the team from New Delhi, DPS International, Kritika, Advik. Here is your theme. European currencies in circulation. Okay? Currently in circulation. All you have to do is name 6 European currencies. Advik is shaking his head and pursing his lips. Advik, if you've heard of European currencies, you have to just pick the 6 ones. All the names are out there. Pick the 6 that you think are currently in circulation and you get full points. Even if you can't get 6, try and pick up as many as you think are correct. Okay? Kritika, Advik, these are your 9 times. 45 seconds starting now. Go for it.
I think Euro, Adik.
Euro. Okay, Euro is correct. I won't say whether it's right or not from this point. Carry on. You can eliminate.
Adik, do you know any?
Name any European currency.
I think Krone.
Krone.
I think
Let's
Krone.
put it in. Anything else?
Peso.
Did you name one more, Advik?
Yes, sir. Peso.
You think peso? Are you correct? Are you sure? Advik, you locked in peso in the die seconds, albeit a little hesitantly. I asked you whether you want to change. You didn't. Let's see how many you got right. Is Euro correct? In a number of countries, of course, that's correct. Euro is the currency in a number of European countries, part of the European Union. Krona, is that correct? That is also correct in Denmark and in Norway. Peso, is that correct? You get 15 points. No, it is wrong. Peso, you get in a number of South American countries, and so you get no points for your Super Sixer round. We move on to the next team now, and that team happens to be Presidency Bengaluru. Time to improve your score. You can even hit 100, make a century. Here's your subject coming up on the screen. Herbivores from the animal kingdom. Which ones are herbivores? Okay. We put 9 tiles onto your screen. There you are. Coming up, you have to pick the 6 which are herbivores starting now.
Deepak, so koala is short, right?
Yeah, sure.
So koala.
Koala, you think koala? Okay.
So hippopotamus, you think hippopotamus?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Hippopotamus also, they're consulting, very good.
Bison, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Zebra
bison.
also, I'm pretty sure.
Bison, you've got 3. There are 3 more to go.
Zebra, right?
Yeah, zebra also.
Camel.
Zebra also, you think, but in 4.
Camel, yeah.
Camel, that is 5.
Rhino.
Yeah, rhino is there.
Rhino, pakka, right?
Rhino, you get a rhino. Okay, that's 5. You get one more and you get a bonus.
Something else, right? 6 done, right?
6. That is 6. You got 6. You want to change anything? Sorry, I got mixed up in the count over there. That is right. You've named 6. You've named all 6. Are you sure of them? You didn't change anything? It's too late to change now. But you're sure of all these?
We hope to be. We hope.
Okay. You didn't think of monkey.
Because I think some monkeys do eat bugs and beetles and things like that.
Yeah, so they are technically omnivores. And
Monkeys, pigs, and bears, all omnivores. You're correct on all the 6. You've got a bonus. You've hit a century. Fantastic. That is correct. That is correct. So we have them. You've got all 6 correct. And you consulted, which is the best way to play this round. Please talk to each other and figure it out. That is good teamwork. Presidency Bangalore, you are at a century, 100 points. I know because you got a bonus on that one. And so that's terrific going. And that teamwork was exemplary. That's what the other teams should do too. 2 heads are better than 1. 2 batsmen can score more than 1 batsman can. We move on to the next team. And the next team is from Bhagalpur. And that is Mount Assisi, Bhagalpur. Boys, this is your subject. Orange cap winners in IPL. Is that to your taste?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Try and hit a 6er on this one. Let's put in your 9 tiles and your options. Okay, there you are. You have 9 names. 6 of them have got orange caps. 45 seconds. We'll start your time now.
KL Rahul.
KL Rahul. They're very sure about that. KL Rahul, let's put that in.
David Warner.
You think David Warner? Okay, let's put in David Warner. Let's lock it.
Kane Williamson.
Kane Williamson. Okay, let's lock Kane Williamson for you.
Unlock David Warner.
Unlock David Warner. Okay, unlock David Warner.
Lock Suresh Raina.
Lock Suresh Raina. Okay.
Anything else you are sure of?
Sachin.
Are you sure about him? Have you heard it?
Are you saying
No.
Sachin?
No.
You're not saying
You're
Sachin?
pretty sure about it. You know
Yes.
that they have won.
Yes, I know.
You've locked in
Okay,
only
then.
3. You're not putting in any more. You said this was your subject.
Yeah.
3 more correct ones. No change?
No, sir.
No change. Okay. Orange cap winners in IPL. You were very sure of KL Rahul. And that is correct. Okay. KL Rahul is correct. Kane Williamson, you said next. And then that is also correct. You changed David Warner. You thought about Sachin Tendulkar, but you were sure of Suresh Raina. Is that correct? No. And do you know something? Here are the correct ones. David Warner is correct. He had an orange cap. So did Sachin Tendulkar. And Robin Uthappa and Virat Kohli. You missed some very obvious ones. You said this was up your street, and then you plumped for something that was wrong. Okay, so bad luck, Mount Assisi Bhagalpur. You can do better going forward, but at this stage, we move on to the next team, and that team happens to be the team from Udaipur, St. Anthony's, Udaipur, Priyansh Jain, Arhan J.M. This is your subject. Companies founded by Indians, okay? They're founded by Indians. The name of 9 companies are coming up on your screen, okay? Try and pick the 6 that were
Bata.
founded. Once again, you have 45 seconds and be very sure they're founded by Indians, remember, okay? Start your time now.
Bata.
Paytm.
You think Bata, let's lock Bata. You think Paytm, lock Paytm. You can
I
eliminate as
think
well.
Zomato.
You think Zomato? Okay, let's put in Zomato.
No, we are not sure. I was talking to Aram.
Okay. You want to lock Zomato? Should we take it out? Arham, what do you think?
Okay, so Zomato.
Keep it. Okay, it's there. 20 seconds. You have 3 more to get.
Colgate.
At least 3 more you can change. Colgate, you think, is founded by Indians. Okay.
No, not Colgate.
Take out Colgate. 8 seconds. Founded by Indians. Quick.
Havels. So please lock
Havels,
Havels.
you said. Okay, any change?
No, sir.
Too late.
No, sir.
It's too late. Let's reverse order in the ones that you locked them. You said Havels. Havels sounds very Western name. Is it founded by an Indian? Yes, it is. Correct. Absolutely right. Before that, you had second thoughts about Zomato. Was that also founded by Indians? Let's see. Correct. 10 points. Paytm. Is that correct? That is correct. But the very first name that you locked, Arham locked that, was Bata. Founded by an Indian? Is it? No. Bata would seem the most obvious Indian company founded by an Indian is wrong. It was founded by Thomas Bata, who was a Czech citizen, as a matter of fact. It was in Austria-Hungary at that point. Now, the headquarters are in Lausanne, in Switzerland, and it's not an Indian company. So you could have picked up 15 certain points if you hadn't gone for Bata. But never mind, there's an opportunity going further. And now we'll move on to the third team to take on a Super Sixer. That is Chinmay Vidyalaya from Hubli. Sanchita, Shreyoshi, would you have maxed any of the earlier ones?
Yes, sir.
Which ones would you have done well with?
The orange cap winners and the herbivores.
Okay, both of them you would have done well in. All right, okay. Let's see what your set is and see how well you do in this one. Here's your subject, girls. Shakespeare's plays. Sanchita, Shreyoshi, feel good about this?
Yes, sir.
Hope so. Try and score as many points as you can. Remember, you can change your mind at any point. Lock only those which you're sure of. Here are your 9 possible titles. 6 of them are Shakespeare's plays, written by William Shakespeare. You have to pick those 6. We'll start your time now.
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet, let's lock it. 5 more. Come on, Sanchita. Talk to each other. Try. 28 seconds. You said you were okay with the subject?
Antinomy and Cleopatra.
Antony and Cleopatra, you said, okay? Let's lock it. Shreyoshi, come on.
So we would remove the Antony and Cleopatra.
Remove Antony and Cleopatra, okay? Name some more. You just picked one after you said you were comfortable with the subject and the title. These are at least six pretty well-known plays of Shakespeare. Romeo and Juliet, is that correct? Of course it is correct. That is right. And if you had locked Antony and Cleopatra, you would have got 5 points for that as well. Sanchita was correct on that. Let's see what the other Shakespeare plays in this lot are. Reveal them all. Comedy of Errors, As You Like It, Twelfth Night, Much Ado About Nothing. Way of the World is by Congreve. Dr. Faustus is by a contemporary of William Shakespeare. That's Christopher Marlowe. And Pygmalion is by George Bernard Shaw. So you just got one out of that. Could have done better. Shreyoshi, Sanchita, anyway, you've got 5 points for that. This has been a very low scoring round apart from one team. Let's go on to the sixth team. That's Delhi Public School. Okay, DPS Bhopal. Would you have done better on Shakespeare's plays? Dhairya, Prakamya?
Sir,
Yes,
we could have
we could
done
have-
2. I would have done
No,
2.
I could have got 3. At least 3.
Okay, 3 and 2. Okay. William Shakespeare is a master. I'm a little biased because literature was one of my favorite subjects, English literature. The reason I've done a master's in the subject. But all of you could have done well on that one. I was hoping you could have done better. But here is your subject, DPS Bhopal. Female superheroes. All right?
Okay, sir. We'll try.
Females with superpowers in films and comics and graphic novels and what have you. You have to pick the 6 who do have superpowers. All right?
Okay.
Let's have the 9 names up on the screen. Okay?
Wonder Woman.
Wait a minute.
Captain
You have 45
Marvel.
seconds. We have 45 seconds. We'll start your time now.
Wonder
Consult.
Woman.
Captain Marvel,
Captain Marvel, you think? Let's lock it.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman,
Wonder Woman, let's lock that.
Scarlet Witch,
Wasp.
Scarlet Witch, that's the third.
Wasp,
Wasp, you think? Okay, Wasp. Let's lock Wasp.
I'm
let's
not
think
sure
about the others.
I'm not sure about
Black
Wasp.
Mamba and Hela, definitely not. And Harley Quinn is also... Wait. I'm gonna have a confusion on Black Mamba, otherwise Harley Quinn and Hela are female super villains.
You're
Yes,
missing
they are
some
villains.
obvious ones.
Supergirl.
Look at the screen. You've got 12 seconds.
No, I'm not sure about Supergirl and not about Jean Grey.
Jean Grey is Phoenix, but I'm not sure if she's superhero or super villain. Let's lock the 4. The 4 are definitely
Lock the
super.
4. You've just got 4 when you could have got 6. You know, you were eliminating, but you were still not sure enough. So let's see if you were right. Wonder Woman, is that correct? Correct. Captain Marvel, correct. Correct. Scarlet Witch, is that correct? Correct. Wasp, is that correct? Correct. And, you know, Prakamya, you said Black Mamba, Harley Quinn, Hela, you were not sure of, but you didn't skirt those and lock the others. And you missed the most obvious one, the area, which is Supergirl, who was pretty much the very first female with a superpower in the world of comic books and, you know, tales from that. And that's right. So if you'd got those, Jean Grey and Supergirl, you would have got full bonus points. But you gotten 4, which is 20 points, which is better than a number of other teams have done in this round. Let's take a look at what the scores are at this point. DPS International and St. Anthony's tied in 6th and 5th place at 20 points. Mount SSC Bhagalpur is in 4th place with 35. Chinmay Vidyalaya is at 45 in 3rd place. Delhi Public School Bhopal is at 50, but ahead by 50 points is Presidency School Bengaluru. Now, however, there is 2 places to be definitely fought for, 2nd and 3rd places, because remember, 3 teams from these 6 can make it through to the national finals. And in the next round, which is the final countdown, teams could win or lose up to 60 points. contest is wide open. Let's move on to the final countdown. There are 6 direct questions in this round, open to all teams on the buzzer. There are 10 points for a correct answer and -10 for a wrong one. Once assigned, teams must answer instantly. That means even if I'm midway through a question, if you buzz, I will stop at that point in time and you have to give me the correct answer. Okay, and remember here, questions don't pass. Best of luck, teams. Let's have your scores right up on the board so you can track your progress. Here is your first question in this final countdown round of this Omega semi-final of IQL. Whose autobiography is titled Story of My Experiments with Food? There's a team that has gone for it, and that team happens to be Mount Assisi. What's your answer?
Mahatma Gandhi.
That is correct. Mahatma Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi is the correct answer. You pick up 10 points and you move up on the scoreboard. Now you're tied with Chinmay Vidyalaya Hubli. Okay. Question number 2. Which country's special attack pilots during the Second World War were known as kamikaze? Kamikaze. Presidency School Bangalore has gone for it. And that is Deepak Naik. Answer the question.
Japan.
Japan is correct. You pick up 10 points and you improve your score to 110. All right. Meanwhile, the rest of the scoreboard is visible in front of you. Fight on for 3 places, remember. We move on to the next question. Shrikant Kidambi and Parupalli Kashyap are associated with which sport?
Badminton.
Wait a minute. And the team that's gone for it is St. Anthony's Udaipur. And the team, the Arham, you answer.
Badminton.
Badminton is the correct answer. You pick up 10 points for that. So St. Anthony's Udaipur move up to 30 points now. They're in 5th place. Okay. Question number 4. Where in the human body would you find its smallest bone? A team has gone for it. That's Arham Jain from St. Anthony's.
High part, femur.
The smallest bone, femur. Femur is the longest bone in the human body.
Ear.
That is incorrect. You said femur. The one who buzzed was Arham Jain. And Arham, you answered femur. Femur is the longest bone in the human body. I asked for the smallest one. Priyansh, Arham is the one who went for the buzzer. It was his turn. Wait till I name the person before you answer. That means you go back to 20 points, and once again, you're tied in 6th place. We move on now to the 5th question. There's a tie for the 3rd position. DPS Bhopal is not buzzing. They're trying to play safe, but you have to get out of the woods because the team could challenge you. All right. So the 5th question. Which is the only surviving wonder of the ancient world? There's a team that has gone for it. That is Aditya from Mount Assisi, Bhagalpur. What's your answer?
Colosseum of... No. Pyramid of Giza.
Wait a minute.
Pyramid of Giza.
Aditya, you had buzzed. You said Pyramid of Giza. Correct. That is right. The Great Pyramid of Giza. You pick up 10 points for getting that right. And you're now in 2nd place. Absolutely. Fantastic. DPS Bhopal. Now you are close to Chinmay Vidyalaya Hubli. So are we going to have a tie on the last one? Are we have to clear position? It's the last question in this final countdown. Question number 6, coming up now. Which scientist was awarded the 1921 Nobel Prize for Physics for his discovery? Somebody's gone for it already. You have to give me a correct answer. Answer. Daria, you buzzed. What's the answer? Daria, you went for it midway through that question. A scientist who got the Nobel Prize in 1921. Give me an answer. Do you have an answer?
No, sir.
But you went for the buzzer. How come that happened?
Sir, I was putting finger near it and it accidentally buzzed.
You're going to lose 10 points. Sorry, DPS Bhopal. You know the rules of the game. We stop the question the moment somebody hits the buzzer. So you lose 10 points. That I will, for the sake of the audience and all the other teams, complete the question, and not for points, but anybody else can go for a buzzer and give me a correct answer. Let me complete the question. Which prominent scientist was awarded the 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics for his discovery of the law of the photoelectric effect? Anybody going to go for it? Anybody has the answer? Photoelectric effect. Deepak Naik from Presidency Bengaluru.
Sir, Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein is correct. Dharya, if I'd completed the question, would you have been able to answer?
No, sir.
You wouldn't have known it. Photoelectric effect. That's what he got the Nobel Prize in Physics for 1921. So we end this national semi-final, this Omega round, with negative points, unfortunately. TPS Bhopal, you're in 4th place at 40, St. Anthony's, and TPS New Delhi, you're at 20 points apiece. This is where we say goodbye to you from this contest. But we have something for you. Nobody goes away empty-handed. You have a certificate and a shield which you can take back and remember your innings in this edition of IQL. But on to the 3 qualifiers from this round. In 3rd place is Chinmay Vidyalaya Hubli. Chinmay Vidyalaya Hubli, represented by Sanchita and Shreyoshi. You've qualified by the skin of your teeth in the next round, but you will get another chance to prove your mettle and try and come tops in the national final. In 2nd place, ladies and gentlemen, it is the team from Bhagalpur in Bihar. It's Mount Sissi, represented by Aditya and Arush. In the buzzer, they made it back to contention. So congratulations, boys. But the clear and emphatic winners with 110 points in this round, more than 50 points ahead of the 2nd team, is Presidency College, Rabindranath Tagore Nagar in Bengaluru. I said that because there are 6 branches. This is just one of them. Okay, but Deepak Naik, Vedant Shinde, you've done your school very proud indeed. And well done. Congratulations to both of you. You head this Omega round to the national finals. All the 3 teams who have qualified from this round get this gift hamper from Yuva. So, congratulations and enjoy your prize. That's it, everybody. The first Omega national semi-final is over. Next, we'll meet 6 more teams from all over the country contesting the 2nd semi-final. Till then, goodbye.